Yes, I think I did it. Haha! After all the recipes I've made and all the recipes I've tested on the trail, I think I may have done it. Making the best trail meal ever. And you and I are gonna cook it up here just outside of Scottsdale by the cacti. Hydrated up. Oh man. Oh, steamy, warm. Filling. Filling needs to be filling. Probably. This is shockingly delicious for being like nothing. Hey yo, Chef Corso, Outdoor Eats. I'm here to put you on the path to amazing meals on your outdoor treks. And yeah, you and me and the cacti are gonna cook up a tasty new trail meal that could be the best ever. I don't know, we're gonna find out. I think it's gonna be pretty darn good. I don't wanna get too close to these fellas. They're not my cactus buddies, they're just the cactus. So what makes a good trail meal? Well, there's actually a lot of factors and I wrote them down. So it needs to be relatively fast. You don't want to burn a whole lot of gas. And you're also usually pretty hungry. It needs to be easy, meaning very, very little prep. It needs to be easy to shop for too. I personally don't like buying 7.5 special ingredients for my trail meals. I just want to go to the store and pick it up and throw in my backpack and get out there. It does need to be mindful of weight. And for this one specifically, it is incredibly light. We're gonna do a little bit of math later to see how light it is, but it's very, very light. It also needs to be minimal volume. So you don't wanna necessarily take a whole bunch of apples, oranges, and full onions. You maybe wanna choose your ingredients a little bit more wisely to be mindful of your overall volume in your backpack. It also needs to be easy to pack. Easy to throw in there, easy to pull out. And you know, this is down the list here, but it does need to be tasty. I know some of you out there go on this culinary sufferfest on the trail. For me, I want it to taste good and I want it to be something that I am excited for after a long day on the trail. It does need to be mindful of perishability as well. There are some things that can flex a little bit. You know, you can take cheese for a little bit longer, maybe some snap peas for a couple days, but for those longer haul trips, it needs to be pretty bulletproof in the fact that it needs to last and not make you sick or go bad so you don't have any calories to eat. It also needs to be filling. Yeah, weird. You need to be full at the end of your day in order to charge for the next one. And farther down the list here, I have a couple notes about it being a nice combination of carbohydrates, fat, and protein. If you can get some micronutrients in there as well, that is super, super helpful, but you do need a combination of those things. I know a lot of you guys will just eat 4 bagels for dinner and call that good, and sure, that will be filling, that is easy to pack, maybe not the best on volume, but it's not really a complex meal, and over multiple days on the trail, it's gonna catch up to you. So for me, I am looking for something that is a combination of carbs, fat, and protein. And the last thing I have on here, it does need to have some salt, but it doesn't need to have 40, 57% of your daily sodium intake. I don't care who you are and how far you're going, that is a lot of salt, and you probably don't need that much. But it does need some salt, one for flavor, but to also replenish those electrolytes. So we've got a lot of factors here to make a really, really good trail meal. And you might be wondering, well, what the hell are we making? Well, we are gonna make a chicharron taco. Yes, a pork rind taco. Hear me out. We're gonna cook this up together. It's gonna be super, super tasty, but I'm gonna tell you why this could be the best trail meal ever. Well, let's take a look at our ingredients and see what we're cooking on tonight. Oh yeah, look at first things first, we've got a little bit of a wind tonight, so I'm using our barrel cactus as a little bit of a windbreak. I don't want to get too close to that fella, but he's gonna help us out tonight. And what we're cooking on is a pocket rocket, classic option, and super dinky dink camp pot. Titanium, 300 mils. Anybody can make this recipe. And the start of any great taco is a tortilla. So I have some local flour tortillas. I'm choosing flour here tonight. And some other things that we have. This is so lightweight, so compact, that it's kind of blowing my mind right now. But our star of the show is our chicharrones, or pork rinds. These are so incredibly lightweight. We have 4 ounces, which is a ton. And for 4 ounces for this whole bag, we have 80 calories per half an ounce times math equals quite a bit. And we have 7 grams of protein per half ounce, very little carbohydrates, some sodium, and 5 grams of fat. So some really, really solid calories right here for literally like no weight. And to flavor this all up, we are going super, super lightweight, but really, really tasty. So I have some ancho chili powder, really good quality chili powder from my friends over at World Spice Merchants. Really, really awesome. I have some hot sauce packets, and I have some tahini. If you're not familiar with tahini, it is another chili powder blend, but also has some citric acid, which is really, really important to be able to complement our other flavors that we have down here. You could also pack a lime, but if you really don't want to do that, we're talking about perishability, tahini is your friend. And as you can see, I have a Summit beer. You could also use water. So what we're gonna do is get all these kids in the pot. We're gonna toast up our tortillas. If you aren't toasting up your tortillas, what are you doing? And I do have one other ingredient we're gonna add as a topping in order to increase our calories, increase our texture, and increase our flavor. Very, very exciting. Let's get cooking. First things first, I'm thirsty. Yeah. Oh yeah, that'll do it. And if you're looking at me like, oh my gosh, you're spending, goodness. And if you're looking at me like I'm crazy, I'm gonna be spending so much time toasting my tortillas, it really doesn't take that long. And this little few seconds right over the burner is going to really wake these up, especially if they've been in your pack for like 4 or 5 days. Give you that nice layer of texture and flavor that makes it feel like you're eating real food. Yeah. Oh man, I love that. Oh, look at that. That's great. Oh. The smell of fresh toasted tortillas is just amazing. Just a little time and a little movement wakes these things up. Toast is not bread, bread is not toast, folks. Nice, got a good little scorch there on my arm here. How about that? All right, let's get these ingredients in the pot. The inspiration for this recipe actually came from a trip to Mexico recently. I was eating a bunch of tacos and I noticed that many of the taco stands actually have cooked chicharron filling as a pretty standard option, both roja and a verde. And I ate it, it was tasty, it was delicious, and it got me really excited because I figured we could make this into a trail meal. You know, I've used pork rinds in different dishes before to make some soups, but never in just a basic filling for a taco. But it was really enlightening, really interesting that it's a pretty standard option down in Mexico at different taquerias. So again, you could use just water here. I have my Summit beer, which is what I want right now. A little bit of chili powder. Tahini. And we'll just go 1 hot sauce packet to start. The other great thing about this recipe, it is very, very low water. So if you are hiking in the desert like I am here, or you're having a tough water day or your pump broke, this can still be cooked with minimal concern. Awesome. Head on it there, and we'll check that in a minute. All right, we are already simmering. Small pot cooks up quick. And very quickly, that moisture is hydrated by the chicharrones, and basically all these pork rinds are air. So you could also crush these up to really make them fit in your pack. And you can always add more moisture too, so I need a little bit more. I need a little bit more too. Oh yeah. And what we're looking for is this to get hydrated, soften up, and these pork rinds are gonna get actually pretty soft and a little bit gelatinous. Oh wow, it smells great. Great chili powder smell. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh boy. That is looking really good so far. Yep, just hanging with the cacti in the desert, making tacos. Wouldn't have it any other way. All right, let's check this out. This has been cooking for just a couple minutes. And wow, yeah, getting nice and soft. Let's give it a try. Yeah, porky, smoky, spicy, really, really good flavor with just those three condiments and three spice mixes in there. Wow. So you make this as soft as you like. This is what we're looking like, what we're looking for. But yeah, look at how those pork rinds hydrated up. They will continue to disintegrate, but they have softened enough for me tonight. Wow, that looks awesome. So let's put this in our taco and put our extra special topping on top. So what is our special topping we're putting on top? Well, we are putting on Fritos, the faithful Frito. Thanks for letting me do this video so I could eat some Fritos. So classic, so good. Why I specifically chose Fritos. And so we have a tortilla, nicely toasted, soft. We have our chicharron pork rind filling, very, very soft now. So we need something that has some texture. And so I am choosing to add Fritos for that texture, but also because they are one of the highest calories of chips out there. There are 160 calories per 34 chips. Yeah, I could totally eat 34 chips. So that's gonna give us some more calories, 10 grams of fat, 2 grams of protein, a little bit more protein there, a good amount of sodium, and some carbs. So putting all that together for this super, super basic version of our best ever trail meal taco, I'm gonna put it together and eat it, and I'll tell you about some ways to elevate it or bulk it up if you need to. Let's see if I can do this. Oh yeah, okay, that looks pretty good. Okay. Oh man, oh, steamy, warm. Oh, that looks so good. Más fritos, por favor. Look at that, guys. Toasted tortilla, nice, soft filling. Filling. Filling needs to be filling, probably. And crunchy Fritos. Wrap that all up. Doesn't have to be perfect. Oh yeah. This is shockingly delicious for being like nothing. And if you've never cooked pork rinds or chicharrones before, you definitely need to workshop that. You definitely need to try that, because it is really, really good. And gives you some really, really sneaky protein for like literally no weight, except there's like a teeny bit of weight, but not a lot of weight. Hold on. Oh yeah. Just gonna eat tacos here in the desert for a sec. And what I'm tasting here, as I'm really getting into the thick of the taco, is that little bit of citric acid from the tahini is really bringing it together. Acid and citrus and vinegar, really, really important component to foods and meals. So if you're looking at this taco and being like, well, Corso, that's great. That's not enough for me. I need more. Great, a lot of great options. Again, this is like the super, super basic, dry, lightweight, easy packing option. You could easily add cheese. You could easily add some dehydrated or freeze-dried beans, flake beans in there. You could add some masa or cornmeal and make this truly a like gordo taco for, again, very little pack weight, very, very little pack volume, and like no issues about it being perishable. You could also add some fresh veggies, some fajita veggies, some jalapeno would be nice in here. Although I don't love taking super, super spicy things on the trail because then you need a bunch of water that you might not actually have. And if I haven't said cheese yet, you could definitely add cheese, and that would be really, really good, whether that's cheddar, come on Frito, cheddar, or one of those moon cheeses or Parmesan crisps. That could be really good in here too. Or some tomato paste or tomato powder if you want it a little bit more red or a little bit more tomatoey. If you want to make it verde, haven't truly found the small little verde packets. They do have verde salsa packets. Could also do some freeze-dried hatch green chilies in here. That could be really, really good. Or just make it a Navidad Christmas situation. That would be awesome. So you can really, really bulk this up and can continue to elevate the carbohydrates, the fat, excuse me, a little bit of cerveza coming up there, to really increase the carbohydrates, the fat, and the protein in here, while still making it really, really tasty and make it really, really easy. You could obviously even add some TVP if you wanted to too, textured vegetable protein. This could be a really, really good option for a lot of you long haul through hikers, because you need calories, you need sustenance, you need filling meals that are cheap and easy and really, really easy to pack. Also, I would take this on like a day hike and have Summit tacos and Summit beers, like up there. That sounds pretty good. Okay, let's do a little bit of back of the backpack math here to see how many calories this meal could be. So, tortillas, 140 calories. Yep, that's what it says down there. 140 calories for one tortilla. So easily gonna eat 2 tortillas. So that's 280, I think. And then for our pork rinds, we have 80, so 280 plus 80, 360. And that's for half an ounce, which is plenty. So I'd say we could probably double that, because then that increases our number to this. And then we've got Fritos, and about 32, so let's say you had another 160 calories with Fritos. And probably just a couple more, like you're doing this while you're waiting. So overall, that's pretty darn good for being hardly any weight. And oh yeah, how much weight are we gonna pack along? So let's say you have a half an ounce, another like little bit for your seasonings, hardly even any ounces, and 18 ounces, like 20 tortillas in here. I don't know, like maybe another ounce per tortilla, so 2 ounces. So, and some Fritos, you are looking at like 3 to 5 ounces per really, really hearty serving. So to me, that's a huge win. And for me, I'm gonna flex on my weight a little bit and take a little bit more weight in food, because I think that matters and it's really not that big of a deal. But I think overall for our calories and our overall weight per serving, this is pretty darn good. So I look forward for you guys to try this. Let me know what flavors you try. Make sure to toast your tortillas, but please try this recipe, because it's been a new favorite for me and I'm really excited to be able to cook up chicharrones or pork rinds more often, because they can be a really, really great option for protein and some fat and some extra calories. But get out there, cook something amazing somewhere awesome. Boca boca. bad spot for some tacos. Pretty. Look at that. That's downtown Phoenix, right through that valley. It's a really, really cool trail complex up here north part of Scottsdale.